cheerleading basically is a lot of tumbling across the mats where different people are obviously using the level skills that are for that competition. Then there's stunts, which is basically lifting the people up in the air. Again, it's all about technique for that, trying to get the highest points, so therefore trying to hit the hardest stunts. Jump sections, need to with your jumps, make sure that the timing's correct, that everyone's doing the same jump at the same time. Dance, that everything is tight, everything's clean, everything's together, that everyone's on time. And pyramids, again, it's all about timing really, making sure that you're hitting everything on time, making sure that you know what you're doing next, making sure that you're basically throwing people who could actually potentially die.
If your flyer is falling, what should you do? No. No. You can't tell what you should. Huh?
I'm Amy, I'm captain of Marjon University Cheerleading squad. It's my third year and final year on the squad now. Started when I was in my first year. I've been on a teaching course, which is a B.Ed primary, which is difficult to fit in around cheerleading because it's so full on.
Okay, so back squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, grab the butt as soon as you can. Flip, grab.
So the type of cheerleading that we do is more competitive cheerleading, which is a bit different to what people think cheerleading is. And when you say cheerlead to someone and they automatically think about pom-poms and dancing at the edge of a sport field of some kind, which we don't tend to do at all with our team. We've tried it and find that it doesn't work very well because of the expectations that people have and what we actually do.
In and up, down and 1, 2, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Everyone right?
Hi, my name's Grant Smith, I'm 26 years old and I'm the head coach of Plymouth Elite Cheerleading Academy.
So we're off to MAP, Marine Academy Plymouth, for our first training session with VCA. We're having a few issues with some of our cheerleaders not being able to get there, but hopefully we can work out the kinks after today's training session.
So currently we're training, getting ready for our first competition of the year, which is BCA Westerns, and that's going to be at the Cheltenham Centre. With training at the minute, we're finding it very difficult with the fact that we only train once a week. A lot of teams train a lot more than that. It is quite difficult for me because I have to handle sometimes 20 to 30 young adults, all between the ages of 18, and we have someone on our squad who's 30 now. So there's quite a range in ages.
I'm Katy, I'm 25. I've been cheering for about 5 years now. My position in the stunt group is bass. I used to be a flyer, but I was a bit lanky, so I stopped, and now I'm a bit of bass, so I've got some guns going on, which I didn't used to have before.
We're having a lot of new members come in, so therefore finding it more difficult with new stunts to hit. So just in general, so a lot more people, flyers coming down, not having accidents, but just coming down because it's not hitting properly. So we are struggling in that sense.
We just found out that one of our committee members and one of our best dancers is leaving us to concentrate on different sports per course. It's a bit of a blow to us at the beginning of the year. So we're going to have to think really hard now about recruiting people with dance backgrounds so that we can get that kind of skill back on the team.
I was one of the bases for the stunt groups. We had various abilities, but it was always such good fun. And that's one of the things I miss the most because you have to work together a lot. And the girls were brilliant. My course was just too demanding and I wouldn't have been able to keep up with training and all my work.
Georgie was obviously the most enthusiastic on the squad, so I think it's going to be hard to keep up with the enjoyment of it as much because she was so funny. She was the only one that could really dance in the squad, so gutted she's gone.
The more people the better, so whenever we lose anybody it's like, it doesn't help. Okay, so we're just waiting for everyone to arrive for our first social with all our freshers. We're having a picnic, but it's inside because the weather's rubbish. So there are 4 of us here at the moment. We were supposed to start about 15 minutes ago, and even our social sec isn't here yet, even though she arranged it. So we're hoping lots of people are going to show up, so we can get to know them. Because we've got so few members, it's really difficult to organise a social that everyone's going to come to, especially when we've had some members that are a bit fussy about not wanting to drink or, I don't know, just have a problem with certain socials.
I mean, everyone said they wanted a sober social. It's the thing, sometimes people say stuff and they don't go to it. So it's like, I do what they say and then they don't go to it, and it's just like, but I did that because you said it. Like, it's just a bit annoying, but...
We've had a bingo social, which is quite nice, but again, only about 6 of us came. We had another social where we went out. It ended up only being returners though, which was a bit annoying again, because the whole point of the socials was trying to get the freshers involved and get to know them, so they want to be part of the squad and feel more involved in it.
So obviously the first competition we've got coming up this year is Westerns. It's on Saturday the 23rd of February. Sadly I can't attend. To get the 10% early bird discount, you all need to pay in the money or get the money to us by Thursday the 11th of December.
If you do go for the early bird discount, it does mean that you're guaranteed a place, because Westerns is first come first served, which means if we get the entry in too late, you might not compete at all. So if we go for the early bird, then at least we know we're ahead of the game. You do need to be committed, obviously, to the club and to the team. If you are ill or if you have got an injury, an ache or a pain, you still do need to come to training, because obviously when we start choreographing things and you put it all together, we can't have like, oh, that gap's for so and so. You do need to be there. Like
basically, if you're not there, I won't choreograph you in it, and you will have to stand at the back.
It's an hour and a half, that's all we get. Other squads who will be competing against have got like 2 or 3 sessions a week. We've got an hour and a half. So we need to utilise that, just give 100% all the time, and that'd be great. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just to let you know, to here is a level 1 show and go. Okay? So if you want to compete level 1, keep going to here. If you want to compete higher, start getting higher. Okay?
Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So at the start of the year, we started off with loads of people signed up. We had about 50 people signed up to join, which is really impressive, and it's really exciting to think that you might actually get to have a decent sized squad.
Barely going to be We're barely going to have 15. That's not going to be.
Why is that? How come like 50 people signed up and nobody's here?
Because we're so basic at the start. I know we got to be, but it's not fun. And so everyone's like,
but even to the first few trainings, like 50 people didn't turn up.
It would be really nice if we could have a big team again, but it isn't possible. We've had a couple of people that have joined just because cheerleader is kind of a nice thing to call yourself, but they don't seem to understand the commitment that's involved with coming to training, the fact that you have to come to competitions. So they're disappointed by not just getting to call themselves a cheerleader, but then again, do you join a sports club not expecting to do any work? So when people decide they want to join cheerleading, you're supposed to join a sports federation before you come to training, which is your insurance for the year, and it also pays for our training time.
Nina, hey, just letting you know that I went to sort out sports fed today, but she wasn't there and I didn't have time to wait. Which is a lot.
Well, yeah, I can't.
Did you not get my text?
I've only got 9 people on this list. Obviously, 2 of them aren't here tonight. I'm not allowed to let her train because she hasn't got insurance.
The Sports Federation is, I think, £20 to join, and then you pay another £15 club joining fee. That money should then come back to us to fund our activities for the year, like competitions. But we've had a problem this year in that not many people have signed up, not many people are willing to part with their money, so we're not getting enough money in our account to even cover our training time. So of course we can't have more than once a week, and of course we're not having money given to us to fund our competitions and things.
I just spoke to the lady I'm fine to train.
Well, I spoke to the sports officer, obviously she's in charge, because cheerleading is such a dangerous sport if anything happens. So Hannah's back is worse.
What if we make a verbal agreement with Cara? Because she hasn't.
I'll agree with it today.
Yeah?
I'm having it today, but in future it goes
Oh, you
for everybody.
It
It goes for everybody in future. If you don't bring your sports fed card with you to training, you can't train.
Wait, so if I came, say, the week after half term and I just turned up with my car keys in a drink and that's it?
If you got hurt, we would not treat you. We wouldn't help you in any way. We'd leave you on the floor to perish.
Freaking out. Technically, we have the insurance, we just can't purchase the card.
But the card is what gives you the insurance.
If you're lying on the floor with a broken back, you're not going to go, hold on a minute, let me just get my sports head card.
We got bad news.
We've got good news and bad news.
85
Mainly bad news. I think it's bad. She was pregnant! Happy?
I'm not, because we haven't got 3 stunt groups now.
Sorry. I had to drop out because I am pregnant, which I love the fact I'm pregnant, but I hate the fact I can't cheer anymore because it kills me having to come and watch them all do it and not be able to join in. And I still like coming to training to watch anyway because it's good to see how we're progressing for competitions.
Yeah, we did like some show and goes. It was hard, we weren't dipping enough at first, a couple of people dropped a few times. Like, it's hit and miss, you sometimes do it, you sometimes don't. But yeah, we got better. We did cradling, that was okay. They were saying I didn't catch enough, but I think it's everything a little bit sometimes, so I've got to catch higher and stuff like that myself. A couple of drops again. But I think we can do it. That's nothing like serious.
At the minute, I'm trying to make my routines as hard as possible, as intense as possible, and as quick as possible, because this is the fastest routine that we've ever done. And I still need to be working on myself on what I need to be doing on the mat. So it is hard to make a routine, especially if you are competing with the routine.
We've had some dropouts already before Christmas. It's a bit annoying because obviously we've needed to have everyone here so that we can do the routine properly. So now I've had to go home and alter the routine so that we can fit everyone in and make the routine as good as possible.
It's quite frustrating when the routine changes from week to week. You spend a whole week practicing at home and then you get there on the next Friday and the coach says, we're not doing that anymore, I've changed it. And you think, oh no, I've just learnt the old way. But when we add or lose any members because they've got other commitments and they can't do cheer anymore, then we have to change the routine and we all just deal with it and it's not too bad.
With your wrapping round down, you need to make sure your class is still up here. At the minute, some of you wrap down. Okay. Next person I see do it is going to give me a push-up. Okay? There we go. A push-up. Yeah, but do it 10 times, that's 10 push-ups. You'll be knackered.
It's really difficult when other members don't turn up because it means that you might have a stunt group that's not full, and if you don't have a member of your stunt group, then even if you borrow someone from another stunt group, it's not quite the same because you need to practice doing stunts with the same group. But that's one of the things you just have to learn to deal with, is being adaptable and being able to work with different people.
Training's been going well. Obviously we've had to stop for the Christmas break now, but we've learnt half the routine and we can finish off when they all get back in January.
We've just found out that the finance office haven't put through our money for competition entry in time, which means everyone's either have to pay more money or we're going to have to try and get the university to fund us that extra money for making a mistake. Also found that because not enough people have ordered uniforms, that there's going to be a £22 delivery cost on each one because there are only 3. If you ordered 7 uniforms or more, we would only get it for like £5. So we're going to have to think of some kind of way to fundraise for that before Christmas when everyone's home.
So the bases basically lift the flyer into the air, which requires quite a lot of strength to do that, just especially depending on the height that you're going to or what kind of stunt you're doing. this year, though our stunts are low, so we're holding like a gut level really low, it can be quite difficult to hold at that level for a long amount of time because that's a weird place to be holding weight.
Here's the situation. What we're planning on doing was starting off at level 2, hopefully progressing up to level 3 after Western. There's 12 of you, so this is a bit of a problem. It means we can still do a level 2, it won't be maxed out. So what we're thinking at the moment is we're going to push you to level 2, but the routine and the skills that you're going to be learning, they can drop back down to level 1. Hey, snap, oh, leaders, you know you can reach to
I think we will be ready in time. Compared to last year, I feel like we have kind of got a good squad that is prepared to work. That sounds a bit mean, but you can see it coming together a lot more. So I think we'll be ready in time, and I think we'll do well this year.
So basically we've been starting our choreograph for our actual routine. It's been a bit hard because there's a few members missing, so it's really hard with like placing and stuff. It seems to be going really well. The routine's looking really good. Already it's really like neat and tidy and all like the little extras like the clips and stuff. I think we're going to stand out at competition. Okay, so basically we've potentially lost another member. I think it's partially due to money reasons because she's got to buy uniform, she's still got to pay for sports fed and competition, but we're going to try and sort something out for her so she can still compete. If she doesn't, we might have to step to level 1, which is a bit of a piss take really, and I don't think anyone's going to want to compete at level 1 because we'll be against like 5-year-olds, so that's going to be a bit embarrassing and we probably still won't win anyway. So yeah, the team morale's a bit low at the moment. We just turned up to training, there's only about 6-7 of us here, so I don't know what we'll be doing tonight because we can't really do the routine.
Routine has obviously 3 coaches working on it, so it's got lots of detail in it as well, full tight, but because we've got people that don't come every week, it's possibly going to be quite difficult to put people in their places or for them to learn the routine as they've missed so much of it by now. With only 12 people, no one's hidden from view, so any mistakes are going to be really obvious, which is worrying, especially if we're having to enter as a level 1 or 2. I hope we're going to make it to Westons.
Just because of the amount of people we're putting around, we've got 2 people coming in almost to the last minute, we have decided to meet another.
We've now ended up at level 1, which is absolute bottom, most basic things we can be doing. Wasn't particularly happy with the way the decision was made because the coaches had mentioned to us all in training that it was possible that we would need to drop down to be able to be hitting our routine because some people were struggling with the stunts that we were doing. The coaches didn't actually tell me that they had made the decision to put us on level 1, which was quite annoying because they're supposed to be communicating with me, so we know what's going on as a committee, not just them. I don't think anyone's particularly happy about it because even being at level 2 wasn't particularly good, but at least we had more difficulty. We could throw basket tosses, we can't do any of that now. Everything's braced or at low levels and it's not the best show of what stunting is, which some of us have done. Obviously if we've started off at level 3 like some of us have and come all the way down to level 1, it's not really stretching us to the maximum of what we can do, which is quite irritating.
I think it's a bit bad that they said they were going to obviously try and push us as much as we can. We haven't even been doing it that long and we're already like on level 1 and it's just like our training and stuff, we keep changing the routine.
No, like, we've done this for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, and they're like saying why we haven't got it yet. It's because we've only just learnt it and obviously people are going to be away for 1 session. It changes so much within that time.
And they said that we were dropping to level 1 because of the people, but in actual fact we've just gained, 3 people?
Yeah.
So that's not the reason. Imagine if we lost at level 1.
Oh no, yeah, it'd be well embarrassing.
Oh my god. It's the first session after Christmas
and myself, Hannah and Shula have just sit out because we're either poorly or pregnant. There's quite a few people here, and we've got someone coming from another team to help us out. So we've got 10.5 hours training time until competition. We still haven't learnt the full routine. Gonna learn the end dance next week because not everyone's here because they're not home from Christmas yet. And we've got Kelly and Scarlett back from placement, so they haven't learnt anything yet, so we have to teach them the routine as well.
Everyone else has taken since like October to learn that.
Absorb it, practice it.
6 more training sessions to a competition, so you need to finish it now. Okay? Ready? 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Oh, guys, remember. 5, 6, 7, 8. You need to make that clear, guys. Okay? Let's nail this, guys. Move quicker. Boobs out, heads up, arms side, fingers. Ready? 5,
The new members are really getting on well. Obviously with the fact that they've started into a group that's already been going for quite a while, it's quite hard for some people, but they've been getting on quite well really.
Stop! Okay guys, you've gone back to your old ways of classing like that. What's that? It needs to be tight, okay? In front of your nose, needs to be tight, okay? Otherwise, don't bother doing it. Open positions again.
There's one particular stunt which is the 360 up to prep lip, which is the flyer would be in the air on one foot. However, you have to get her up to that point where she's at prep level, so this position here. With that, the bases underneath need to twist her up so she pencils up and then lands on one foot in one base's hands, and people have found it difficult, so I've had to readjust the routine slightly.
Guys, things have changed slightly. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you're going to the full lip this time. Okay, so you're not doing 360 to lip. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So because we're a co-ed team, the standard is that you have single basing in your routine. Single basing is basically one person, base-wise, with a flyer on their arms, so basically at prep. You sometimes have an assist, sometimes it's just you by yourself with a spotter. So you can start prep, you can go to full extension, full lib, it just depends on you as a team, what level you are doing and what you want to do. So with us currently at ECA, I've tried to make sure that every single co-ed on the team, man on the team, is doing single basing or duo basing. So we're trying to get as many points as possible for our stunting. But sometimes it's difficult because sometimes boys like to overthrow things, or flyers are obviously sometimes they're new to it, so they need to practice as much as possible, and it's hard to then practice whilst you've got other 14, 15 girls who are needing attention or given something to do. So it's quite difficult training currently to make sure that all the girls who are flying the single basing bits are there every single week and hitting it every single week. So for me as a coach, I just try and make sure that we get enough time, mainly at the end of training, which probably isn't the best time because everyone's tired, but actually on the mat at competitions you're going to be tired throughout, so it's best that you just start getting used to being knackered and stunting, if I'm honest.
In our pyramid section, we're holding for an awfully long time, switching from gut level to prep level. It's just a long time to be holding someone, and to have to exert all that energy at the end, it's quite difficult, especially when you've been holding a lib before that. It's quite an awkward position to hold at gut level again. Something that wouldn't be that difficult if we had been at level 2 and could do it at prep level. Our pyramid, we've decided it's going to spin all the way around. Because we're right in the centre, me and Michelle, who I base with, tend to just fall over each other. Michelle doesn't know which way she's going, she doesn't know the counts. It's hilarious.
Right, in a minute, you both kind of look like this. And Hannah's like trying to shake her arms. You want to look like this. Okay? So when I say grab Hannah, I mean grab Hannah like this and pull her up. At the minute, we're like this and like that. Like she's the queen. Okay?
Past 6 months, I'd say. Training's been very relaxed. Then towards competitions, things start to heat up a little bit. People, pressure, feelings, etc. They start to get a little bit boiled, like because they know competition's so close and they want to be hitting everything and they want to be nailing everything. So sometimes they do get a little bit tense at training. Not just the cheerleaders, me as well.
There's a stunt going on right now. After the cheer, there's 2 stunts that go on at the back. Twist basket into the flip, okay?
So there is a difference between training when we first start and training when we are at competitions, because obviously people know that from now, say, there's 4 or 5 weeks of competitions, that in 4 or 5 weeks we need to be hitting it on the mat. So they might have been taking the mick before and having a laugh and a joke earlier, but we've got 4 or 5 weeks where we now need to be nailing the routine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's really good to run through the routine, but sometimes it feels like we do a lot of running through the routine and not as much stunting as we need to the point where I feel like when they say, oh, now you need to put the libs into the routine, I think I don't want to, because it's been a long time since I pulled a lib.
I'm constantly battling the commitment of some of the cheerleaders that we have on our squad. Like, I do understand that people have lives and that their commitment for this sport is probably not as high as myself, but sometimes I think if you're going to pay for something so much, and you're going with not just money, but like with your time, your sweat, your life really, then you should put your whole heart and soul into it. And sometimes I don't think that's the case. Just be more committed, people. If you're going to do cheer, be committed. That's all I'm saying.
Positions, guys. So many things go wrong there. Guard positions, go. So these positions go now. Ready? Guys, I'm sure it's funny, but you haven't got 4 weeks of competitions. So you need to be nailing it now, okay? Ready? 5, 6, 7.
At the minute on the team, I have a mini competition going on with our club president, Hannah Carter, to see who will get their scorpion first. Okay. Currently, she might be winning, but I am very competitive and I will beat her down, okay? So it's good fun, a lot of fun, and making sure that like you're all enjoying it as well, and really just making sure that everyone knows about what you're doing as well, because then everyone's like, yeah, you're gonna get it first, Grant, because you're so much better than Hannah. So I mean, I'm probably not the best cheerleader in the world, but I love it and I will give it my all.
How much was it Kim still has to pay, Hannah? Do you remember?
What, uniforms?
Yeah.
£42.
Okay, so the cost of cheerleading is less than what you pay for a monthly gym subscription.
We've tried to make it as cheap as possible for our athletes, so that for competitions they don't have a lot to pay for. However, they still have to pay money. Just in general, their uniform is £50. We're quite lucky because we've managed to get it for £50, but other teams have to pay £100.
We have other things to go with the uniform, so we have to buy a bow. But that's about £7 again each for a bow.
It's only sort of £2 on average for a training session, which is 2 hours.
So it's already starting to add up. That's already nearly £100 that you spent.
Music, for instance, is £100 for a piece of music.
And then competitions range from about £25 to £45 depending on what you do, and if you enter as a separate group stunt as well.
Then they have to pay for their BCA cards, which is a card so that they can actually get into the competition.
Everyone has to have plain white shoes. Not everyone owns them. Some people, especially flyers, would like to have actual cheer shoes. So that's again a cost. Depends on where you get them from. It can be £30 that you're paying for a pair of cheer shoes if you're a flyer.
You have to pay insurance, just so that if you get injured at competitions, you're covered.
And then if you stay at a hotel, then it can be an extra £25.
And then because you all want to be matching, you all want merchandise, so you all pay for t-shirts and hoodies and joggers, and everyone wants them and everyone gets excited about them, but then they don't want to pay for them. So it is frustrating when it comes to money.
We've not got many trainings left now, so it's a bit worrying that people still aren't coming. One of our committee members actually realised yesterday that we have training on Valentine's Day, which is a bit worrying because quite a few people have boyfriends and probably aren't going to want to come to training. And if we're not having training on Valentine's Day, then obviously that's another hour of training that we're missing out on, which isn't ideal. We don't even have music yet. Ideally, I would have liked to have had the music straight after Christmas so we could start putting the routine to music, because I think it's easier for some of us to learn it that way. I know it's easier for me to learn that way, but currently it's looking like we might not even have it until a couple of weeks to competitions. The thing I struggle with is that we've practiced things in our sections so much, I find it quite difficult to remember like what order all the different sections come in. But obviously practice makes perfect, and we're hoping in the last few practices we have, everything's going to come together. Now we've managed to run it through as a whole team, it's definitely looking like we're knowing it better, we know where everything comes, we've got everyone there more often, so it's looking more promising and everything's coming together.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, go 6, go 7, go 8, go 1, go 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah?
Crystal is the one of the team guys, so I'm just rearranging from her positions, okay?
So many times at training we've had people drop out just because of work commitments or family commitments or getting engaged, pregnant. It happens like quite a bit. So one week we might think we've got like an amazing team, an amazing routine, we've nearly completed the routine, and then the next week we've literally had 2 or 3 people drop out. Sometimes it's only one, which we're quite lucky with, but most of the time it's a lot more than that. And then for me as a coach, I then have to go into training sessions and annoy a lot of people because I've had to redo a routine that they're trying to perfect at home. So it is really frustrating for me as a coach. And certain things I think you need to give your all to, and cheer is definitely one of them. And currently it doesn't happen, and I know a lot of teams go through the same problems.
I care a lot about the team, that's why I want it perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're just in like a little kind of classroom, but we've been on the tables so we can like mark through the routine, but we're not allowed to do stunts because the floor's quite hard, but we're just making sure everyone knows like their positions and timings and yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3,
1.5 weeks to competition now. It's the first time we had the music, and we did a routine with the music. All of it's surprised with how it fits. Like
it doesn't fit.
How it does not fit, basically. Some parts are like faster and some bits are slower. Like when we do our jumps, it's really slow. So we hit it before, didn't we? When we started 6 in the room. We didn't have problems with timing then, and then all of a sudden, because we're doing it in the music, time is an issue. Yeah, it's really annoying that we've paid £7 for the music and it sounds really bad. And it's the first time we've had it, it's already fixed now. That's nothing.
Nothing fit.
We're going to count you in, and then you're going to carry on counting and do all of it, okay? You need to keep a consistent speed for counting the whole way through. Even if the music slows down or speeds up, you still count at the same speed.
We're in a competition on our own, so we haven't got anyone to compete against. They put us against level 2, which isn't fair because we can't do basket tosses, so we're missing 10 points, so our score sheet's out of 290 instead of 300. And then even if we won, they'd be like, oh, you won at level 1, it's not fair because we're level 2, blah, blah, blah. So we're trying to get put into level 1, compete against level 1. Just level 1. 13? Hold on, 13 to 18. 13 to 18. So they'd be younger, but at the same level.
We are at Plymouth University squash courts and we are just practicing today, training session.
I'm not worried about competitions. I really enjoy it, and I know that I always make sure I know the routine really well before we go out onto the mat. And as nerve-wracking as it is, it's just such good fun. So I'm not nervous about it.
Now, most of the time, the judges are looking for spirit. They're looking for cleanliness. They're looking for dance sections, jump sections, making sure that stunts are sticking. And if they're not sticking, that you brought them down safely rather than dangerously, making sure that pyramids are hitting cleanly and that they're on time, because obviously that's really important, and overall just making sure that the overall look of your programme, being your club, is to perfection. I know everyone's not going to have it perfection, but that's the ultimate aim, for you to be the most showy club, the one that the judges are going to be like, wow, that team deserves first place.
I think training went really, really well today. Need to get a couple more stunts up, maybe do some more exercises at home, make sure we're nice and strong, ready for competitions in 2 weeks.
We're in HSC block and we practice in one of the lecture rooms. It's Valentine's Day and yeah, we started a little bit early today, so we've just done our routine to the music. It's a bit different than we thought, it's a bit faster at the beginning and things like that. But and the end session, the end dance isn't fitting right, but hopefully we can get that sorted with how it's meant to look.
I think we should just say to her, do you want us to do it to the music
or to the beat,
and not the music? And if she says to the beat, everyone else have the beat in their head.
to comps, we've gone through the routine a few times. Got hit and misses really. Pyramid's like not going too well all the time, but good things are like the libs that are going good. Oh yeah, I've got a few people missing today, which that affected some of the stunts I've been doing. It's like a week till comps, it's quite difficult to see like exactly how our routine's going. But hopefully we've got one more session, so hopefully that will we'll have everyone to kind of see what stage we're at.
We are at the Plymouth University squash courts and we are here to train an extra training session ready for comps next week.
The training sessions are really fast paced. Every time we train we're learning a new bit of stunt or dance or jump section or something, and it's hard to keep up.
I don't want to shout at you now, like you know exactly what you need to be doing. I know you're tired, I'm tired, things are still not hitting, okay? Josh, kick twist, okay? If you let go one more time, well what? Whatever, okay, because it's your responsibility, and at the minute she could have headbutted me, taken me out, and I would have cried, and then that would have been you, okay? Good. Middle lip, what happened there?
There was some problem with the bouncing on the second lip. And
that first lip, don't know why it's not going up properly, but I'm near cradling on the right count.
Okay, Tim, you need to be holding your lip. Squeeze tighter. I know you can do it, okay? Your lip. Too far apart. Guys, it's alright now to be working out saying you're too far apart, but clearly you will know it's too far apart, so then you should be readjusting, okay?
I think that at the moment we're doing as best we can and putting everything together, and considering I'm quite new, I think altogether from what I've seen we'll be able to pull it off by the time we get there.
Training went okay. I still think there's some stunts that we could definitely hit better. It's just about practice and going over your counts at home, you know, dedicating every single spare moment you have into this routine, and it's hard work, but I think we'll be able to get it on the mat, definitely.
Opening lid, baskets. Anything that you can apart from the pyramid, okay?
So for competition, I try to prepare the team really by making sure that they're as calm as possible, making sure that they remember everything they need to do. We try and go over the routine as many times as possible, even if it's not stunting, even if it's just marking it through, so that people can just keep going over it in their head.
The pyramid section now needs to go halfway between the N and the X, okay? The tumblers couldn't tumble.
I think at first I really struggled to get in with the counts, and I really struggled because there's certain rules you have to follow when you're going throughout the piece. But now I'm starting to pick up these little different bits and pieces.
not fit enough for this. I keep messing up bits.
Seems really hard. It's really intense.
For the pyramid, you're now coming onto my shoulders, just so that their side can do the pyramid, okay?
We're doing the pyramid.
It's really uncommon to see guys doing cheerleading, I'd say, especially in the UK. They all think it's an American sport, but it's not, it really isn't, and it's for absolutely everyone.
That was awesome. Like, I know we didn't hit everything consistently, but on the day we'll power through, okay? Saturday we'll do the warm-up, but whereas most teams go full out on the warm-up, I prefer to literally just mark it through, So then as soon as you get on the mat, you'll literally nail it there, okay? So that's the plan for next week, and I know you can nail it, okay?
Comps is 2 days away on Saturday, so this is our last training and we're having a dress rehearsal today.
Guys, test your quest with all the weapon in the routine.
No, nobody's doing that.
Guys, test your weapon.
Snap, snap for the divas. You know you can't escape.
So we haven't been able to change categories, so we're going to be competing at level 1 amongst level 2 teams, but that just means we get more points for our jumps instead of tosses. So if we make our jumps really sharp and really high, then hopefully we should be okay. Last year the same situation happened and the level 1 team came second and they only missed out first place by 2 points, so hopefully we are a really good shot to win. We have dropped our pyramid a couple of times tonight, but I think basically we're really tired and just we have no energy left, so hopefully the adrenaline will kick in on the day.
For competitions, you get sent a provisional running order which tells you what time your team's needed in the warm-up area and what time you'll be performing on the mat in front of the judges.
You'll have a few minutes to stretch, and then you'll move on to warm mat. I'm not sure what order they're going to do it, but you'll have 5 minutes to warm up all your stunts, okay? And then we'll have 5 minutes on the main practice floor.
So we've just done our last ever training session before competition, which is 2 days away. It's on Saturday, it's now Thursday. We're hitting most of our stunts. We're just all really tired now, which is why some of the stunts fall in and it's a bit sloppy, it's not as sharp.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what is that? What is that? Go back down. All of you down. 4, 5, 6. Okay, what's going on there? I'm 7. But I didn't get 7. Did you get 7 from now?
You put on purpose!
If stunts are not hitting today, I'm changing them to simpler stunts, okay? For instance, their lift doesn't hit today, it's changing to a prep with a single twist, okay? So, every hit stunt you need to be hitting constantly now.
You need to imagine every time that I press that play button that you are on the competition floor. So for 2.5 minutes, you need to be making sure that you're hitting everything perfect.
It's our last training session before comps, and I think the routine went really, really well today. All the stunts that I was pulling, I think they went pretty well. Only dropped a couple, but I think we're going to absolutely nail it tomorrow on the mat, and I'm just going to go absolutely crazy.
We'll be supporting every Plymouth team tomorrow, guys. Okay? We love Plymouth, especially Marjon Warriors. Woo!
Morning, it is 8:20 and we are ready for comps, so get in because we're going to be late.
Hi, morning of comps. So excited.
Road trip! I'd just like to say we are so early. 11:10 it says we're going to get there. That's it.
That's where we're going, McDonald's, right?
Yeah, definitely. We're about to do the routine in a car park.
Who's gonna win? Plymouth Elite! We are Plymouth Elite!
It is 11:45 and we have just arrived at competitions. It has started to snow.
It's good though because we've got quite a lot to watch today. We've got Pride Warriors,
Total of what?
Yeah, but
7 minutes?
cut the afternoon a bit.
So we're at BCA Westerns. We've just watched our trio tumbling for Plymouth Elite and they were awesome. It's pretty nerve-wracking. We're on about 6ish. It's quite exciting. Not in our uniforms yet, but we'll probably do it about an hour before. It's really buzzing in here. It's actually hard to find a seat because there's so many people.
At competitions, it's an amazing atmosphere. You've got all these teams around you.
We get your particular time slots and then we get called in to do the warm-up. And we normally don't run through the whole thing in the warm-up in case we do it perfectly and then we don't do it perfectly when we're actually on the mat. So we normally just do a few stunts and just stretch out a bit and make sure that we're all warm.
We're at competitions! Our warm-up is in about half an hour, so we all kind of got here in different cars, so we've all met up now, we've got some seats. Can't wait to watch other squads, ECA and Pride. We'll be going down the front with our pom-poms and cheering them on. Not nervous yet, I think it kicks in like when we go into warm-up. No, I'm more excited now at the minute.
I'm quite nervous, but I normally get more nervous about 10 minutes before we go on. And when everybody else starts to put their bows in their hair and put their uniforms on and stuff, then I get more nervous.
In the senior open co-ed level 3, please welcome Plymouth Elite.
We get called out and we all run onto the mat, take our positions, and then the nerves kick in really badly, the music starts and that's it, you just go into autopilot. Concentrate on every move, making sure that all your teammates are in the right position and you're shifting them left or right depending on where the X is on the mat.
Prepare for defeat. Who is gonna win? Plymouth Elite.
When you get on that mat for 2.5 minutes of your life and you're being clapped by 2,000 people, 3, sometimes more, depends where you are, like, it's the best feeling of your life and you're never going to get that feeling again.
It's over before you know it. Suddenly it feels like it was less than a minute and then everyone's cheering and you run off the mat and you congratulate each other on what a fantastic job you did, not dropping anybody in front of all the judges. And then you wait and sometimes you can go around the back and you watch it already on the video because they can film it. And so you watch it back through and get all excited because it looked awesome. And then you go back and you watch all the other squads again.
Wow, we're gonna win, so they've got our trophy waiting for us downstairs, so I'll be back here in a minute to show you.
Please welcome Marjon Warriors.
Because it's a bigger map than we've been practicing on. We've practiced once with that size, but it's still a bit like disorientating, so hopefully placing will be okay as well.
Snap, snap for the divas. You know you came to see us.
hardest bit about competitions for me is when you've come off the mat. You go into a different area and you watch your routine back on a little television screen, which is really nice to see if you've managed to get your routine right, if everyone's done what they should have done, all the timings are great and everything.
At the end of the day, they do the trophy give out and the awards, and then you sit there and you go through all the different categories, and then you wait till it gets to yours and cross your fingers.
Western Classics Champions 2013 in the Senior Open Level 1 and 2 goes to Marjon Warriors. Third place goes to Plymouth Elite.
That we got deducted 10 points because apparently there was a stunt that we did without a spotter. We're not sure whether it is. The coach has gone to challenge the judge's decision now because we could possibly have got first place if it wasn't for that, so we'll see about the outcome later. If it turns out that we didn't get first because of that, then we're furious. Yeah. But at least we know we would have got first if of that, which is nice to know, isn't it? They're playing not going to overturn the decision. Yeah. Especially when they've got 4 judges, haven't they? Just got one person deciding.
We just won our first trophy in 3 years, and it was first place, so we're all really happy, quite emotional about it, especially as we weren't expecting first place. We had 4th, 3rd and 2nd at nights, and we just thought that we'd come last because obviously the other teams were level 2, and we've got less things in our routine than them. So it was a big shock to have won first place, and we're really happy with it.
The spotter must be positioned to the side or the back. The spotter may not have both hands under the safe sole of the top person's foot. Okay? So, apparently, we haven't had a spotter on some of our stunts. Can anyone suggest to where? No, because they don't tell us either. Okay, so I'm having to send them an email next week to make a complaint because I'd like them to prove it, because there was nothing in that routine that I can imagine that we've done wrong. We've got loads to work on at training next week. 3rd place, guys, is amazing. 1st place for cheer trampoline. Like, awesome. Well done, guys.
Coach not so happy right now. We've just finished our training session and he's changed a lot of the routine and made the stunts so much harder.
We're really excited to compete at nationals, and I think that it's great we've got another new member to the team, and I think we're definitely going to come home with first.
We're really excited for the next competitions, and we're going to push ourselves and work
hopefully for level 2s.
Maybe level 2.
Cheer is not about pom-poms, it's not about dancing. Don't be afraid of the fact that there's a stereotype to cheer. Don't be afraid of the fact that you could potentially get injured and quite badly. Like, go for it and challenge yourself to being a stronger person, a harder working person. The sort of cheerleading that I do is about throwing girls in the air, throwing boys sometimes in the air, and I think if you can do that, then I think that's an amazing accomplishment.